In this lesson, we are going to go into Photoshop and learn how to apply a lighting effect using the Gaussian blur. And so here we have the before, and then here's after. And so we're given the impression that we've got this lighting, a soft lighting, almost a spotlight, on our subject, which will highlight our subject a little bit more by de-emphasizing the background. So this is from prom, and then you could also do it with some other pictures and experiment with this. Here's Mr. Shad and Mrs. Shad at the fair this year. So this one on the right is the before, and here's after, where we did a little bit of this lighting effect here, just to put a little more emphasis on the subject. So it's quite a few steps. Take it slow. Alrighty, so the first step, of course, is always duplicate your image. And I'm going to call this a blur lighting effect. There we go. Put my original away. Alright, the first step is to come over to the elliptical marquee tool. So it's right below selection tool. Elliptical allows us to draw an oval. So step one is go ahead and draw the oval where you want it, where you want that lighting effect to occur. Next, come down over underneath the layers palette and click the new layer icon, create new layer. And then you'll see our new layer is added. And then the next step is to create a mask that will fill in our oval with black. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and then click our layer mask icon right down there. Next step, I'm going to click on the thumbnail of the regular layer here, and then we need to come over and make sure that our foreground color is black. And one of the things you can do, a little shortcut there, the X key and the D key. X will make the foreground white and D will make it black, so you can simply press the letter D and it will automatically make that foreground color black. And then once you've done that, you're going to hold down that Alt key again and press the backspace key. And then you'll see that it fills in all the black on everything except our mask, our oval mask. And then you'll want to take and lower the opacity of this area here, right here. Lower that to 65%. Next, click on the layer mask. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then what you can do is, you're probably going to be here, slide it to the right to get the amount of blur effect that you want on our highlighted or masking section there. So it helps give the impression of some light that's been added to the subjects. And so it smooths out these edges here. And then click OK. And there it is, blurred lighting effect. And then you can save your image. Let's go ahead and go through it one more time for a review. I'll go ahead and open up a new prom image. Duplicate the image. Elliptical marquee tool. Make my selection. create a new layer. Hold down the Alt key, create a masking layer. Click on the regular layer. Make sure that my foreground color is black by pressing the letter D. Hold down the Alt key and press backspace. And adjust this layer to 65% or thereabouts. You can experiment with that. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then adjust that to the desired amount. Give it a nice smooth lighting effect. Click OK and save your image. And at this point, you probably will also want to save it as a JPEG image also, so you can send that to me, show you've completed this assignment. So that would be File, Save As, and then under the format, make sure you choose JPEG. Click OK. And there you go. Nice way to add a lighting effect to an image. Give it a try. Try it at least with 3 of those, and then those of you that will be working on some video projects, it'd be a good idea to try this on some of the images that you might be using, just so you can highlight certain elements of your images.